All right, so we are headed to Rocky's Harley-Davidson, and we're going to get the first service done on the bike today. And I'm going to see if maybe they'll let me do a little bit of filming when I pick up the bike. We'll see whoever is working, if they feel like they want to be on camera or not. But otherwise, yeah, I'll go over some of the things that are included in the first service later on in this video when I'm back home. And I'll do maybe a scrolling list of all the things, because it's actually quite extensive. Like I said last night, when I did my little ride there, it's a mix of replacing things and checking bolt specs and torques, test drive, brakes, fluids get changed. I don't think anything else gets changed. But yeah, should be all right. So yeah, my baby's first little trip into the doctor. Hopefully everything is wearing properly and there's no other issues that need to be looked at. I adjusted my helmet this morning because a couple of the snaps were loose. I thought maybe that was the moving around, but I'm still hearing it. Something to do with the wind going inside the helmet, maybe. So yeah, once it's all done and I'm back home and have the bill and everything, I'll go over that and see what that kind of looks like, so there's no surprises. So they never really tell you, that kind of stuff at the beginning. I know that there was a first service early on, just from other people I know riding. But the price seems to differ fairly large amount depending on where you are. I saw a lot of people in the US say that it was $800 US, so that kind of freaked me out a little bit because I didn't think it'd be that much. I did get a quote from them, so we'll see what the final number is. Well, that was stupid that Julia went around person turning left, but there isn't really two lanes there, basically cutting in front of other cars. Well, this farm up here is notorious for cutting their lawn and throwing it into the road. Well, I'm glad it's nice weather anyway, because my baby don't come out in the rain. So that's good. My red-headed mistress. All right, we're coming up to Rockies. And yeah, it's like leaving my baby behind. I feel weird. Spike there. Okay, we are at Rockies. Show me your butthole on that bag there. Nice. All right, so we got the bike back from Rocky's Harley-Davidson. Clean bill of health. They said everything was fine. Do the test drive and all the inspections, whatever they need to do. They said everything looks good. So I originally booked it thinking I was doing the full SIN 3 in all 3 holes, but when I was there, the service manager guy, he personally recommended that the engine oil stays conventional. He said that's what our master mechanics recommend, unless you're doing some serious you know, extended intervals on your oil changes. There's no real benefit to it, and but he said for the other 2 holes, doing the synthetic has some benefits with the gears and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's what we went with. I talked to him for a little bit about that, but they're super busy there. I couldn't do any recording or anything picking it up. There wasn't really a good time to do that, so I will make a little maybe a scrolling list of all the things that are checked on your first service, and yeah, I'll go over the invoice and stuff like that as well. So I'm just glad that everything checked out fine, because I mean, as a first-time rider, I don't really know if all the sounds that I hear and things like that are, you know, what are supposed to be there. And they said everything was good, so my baby's back. So I think that the next service isn't until like 8,000 kilometers. So I mean, if I keep going like I am now, it's going to be like 5 years, but hopefully not. Hopefully we can step it up a little bit. I don't know how much talking I'll do here. I'm going to open up the visor a little bit, but yeah, that's the gist of it. And yeah, we'll chat once I get the bike parked and do a little video going over the invoice and stuff. It wasn't anywhere close to what I thought it was going to be, so that was a nice surprise. I think I am noticing maybe a little bit smoother shifting. I don't know if that's just in my head right now, or if it is because I got the synthetic in there. It does seem slightly smoother. I swear this area is like windy all the time or something. I should have checked the kilometers when I dropped it off, and then what they're at now, 1485 now. I think it'll say on the sheet 1485. This road has a lot of tar snakes. Never had a problem with one yet. Well, this is a busy intersection at the moment. I can feel the wind hitting my chest, but it's like a warm wind. The temperature was 31 today. I think the humidex got to be up in the 37 or something mark. And yeah, it's not even like a cool wind, it's just hot. I probably didn't think my bike needed to be washed. It was pretty clean already, because I don't think they washed it. I don't know if they normally do or not. Alright, well, if we made it this far on the ride, then yeah, hang tight, get the bike home and parked, and gonna record a little thing about the invoice and things like that. So we will see you in the backyard in a moment. All right, we got back and put the bike away. So just looking at my paperwork here and some of the services. So I'll maybe put up a scrolling list of all the different items, but just looking at it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, about 32 or so different items. But yeah, it's all in the manual here at the back. You can see it's got all the different services, with check marks and things like that. So yeah, so that's kind of cool. If you got your manual, it's got it all in there. And then you can actually, there's a spot to put in the dates of the services that you got. So I'll fill all that stuff in. You can even have the technician sign it if you want to have the technician actually sign it off. But yeah, so that was pretty good. I dropped it off, and then I got the call about, I would say about an hour and 45, maybe 2 hours later. So yeah, not too bad for that. The hours on the labor is an hour and 50 for the total labor. And then a bunch of little parts here. I got the oil, oil filter, had 3 O-rings, it says. I'm not sure what the O-rings are for. That's interesting. And then one says gasket, CVR, and clutch. That was $10 for that. And then additional oil. So I had originally booked it and told them that I would do the SIN 3 on all the oils. And then when I got there, I think I kind of touched on this before as well, that they kind of steered me to do the conventional oil in the actual engine. The master technicians at Rocky's Harley-Davidson, that's what they've always used. That's what they recommend doing. You know, they said doing synthetic, you'll notice a few different noises with the engine perhaps. And there's not really any gigantic benefit unless you are, you know, going up into the, you know, stage 3, 4, 5s or whatever, probably. Maybe some more benefits doing the SIN 3 at that point, but just with me with a stage 1, not really necessary at this point in time. So that was fine. And then it looks like they did about a 2-kilometer test drive. So yeah, so that's interesting as well. I'll just cut away and then we'll just kind of go over the invoice itself here. So I'm not sure how well this will come up on the camera here, but yeah, so we got the parts and the labor. You can see the different things there. And then here's the total, guys. $330.09 for that. And with all the taxes and environmental fees and whatnot, we came to a grand total of $387. All right, so yeah, so not too bad overall. A little less than I thought. I was quoted on the phone when I booked the service appointment. I was quoted $525. Now that was with the full synthetics on all 3 holes. But I know, I mean, the price isn't gonna be that much different. But yeah, I mean, basically I was, you know, $387 after taxes and fees and whatnot. So I was happy with that. And yeah, the next one then is 8,000 kilometers, which it's quite a few of the same things, but not things like tightening clamps and bolts and checking the torque on a bunch of stuff. It's more just like cleaning the things that get dirty. Oil brake lines, inspections, fuel line inspections, just things like that. And then your normal fluids and whatnot. So yeah, I'll have a little bit of ways to go before I hit that. But yeah, it's very interesting. I talked to a couple people online that had 2022 Street Bobs that took theirs in the US, and one of them was 500 US, the other guy was 650 US. So I'm thinking they must have had something wrong with the bikes and that had to get fixed. And then so they just thought that was kind of like the first service type deal. So no, pretty happy with that. I'll fill in my my warranty owner's maintenance records, so we have a list of when I got everything done. But yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Appreciate it. Hopefully that helps anybody out, especially if you're in Canada or in Ontario. The pricing of your first service, if everything goes good and everything checks out good. Yeah, anyway, shout out to Rocky's Harley-Davidson. Appreciate the good service, getting back to me quickly and friendly, and information that they gave me and stuff. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's it for this one. Hopefully we get out and do some riding this weekend. It's finally going to be nice again on the weekend, and we'll get some more videos going. All right, thanks. That's all for this one.